Hey, what's up, guys? So, a lot has been made of this whole circus surrounding the Maxx Crosby failed medical that led to the Ravens nixing the deal they had with the Raiders. Baltimore gave up two first-round picks in exchange for the pass rusher, but all that is now dead in the water. And with that, you had the Baltimore Ravens immediately sign Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson. And now this whole three-team circus is being called into question by fans. That said, Will Compton of Bussin' with the Boys actually broke down this whole thing pretty well, so I'm going to play you the clip of him breaking everything down and all the dirty behind the scenes wheeling and dealing he claims the Baltimore Ravens made. Have a listen.
All right, I'm going to essentially explain to you why the Ravens are scumbags and why two first-round picks is more important than reputation. There's a lot going on the whiteboard, but let's start over here. Raiders and Ravens. Let me take you back to last weekend when the deal with Maxx Crosby went down. Raiders wanted to deal Maxx Crosby. A lot of buyers, a lot of people throwing up to where they have the leverage. They ultimately get two first-round picks because the Ravens want to upgrade their pass rush. They come to an agreement, Maxx Crosby for two first-round picks. Deal. Good faith. They're operating in good faith. This deal is going to happen. It's taken over all the NFL headlines. It's the biggest story in free agency that we had this year. Now you get to, let's go to free agency. Let me take you to this. Trey Hendrickson is a new pretty girl walking down the red carpet. What is he going to get? What is he going to get on day one? No deal happens on day one, which means the market goes down. Market goes down. A lot of the perennial pass rushers are getting north of $30 million year over year. His market falls down because now we know that he signed with the Ravens for, I think, a $20 million signing bonus, 28 average year over year, $60 million guaranteed. That's essentially 3 years, $60 million. He's getting like 20 to 25 per year, or 28 per year. Don't check my math. Either way, his market goes down. Now, conversations start to take place with Trey. Right now, this deal is happening, and it's in good faith. It's in good faith, but the Ravens are scumbags. So they're talking, they're whispering to the new pretty girl on the market because his market has went down. If in the Ravens' mind, they feel like they can land Trey Hendrickson, then they're going to scrap this bid with Maxx Crosby. If they have any doubt in their mind that they're not going to get Trey, if Trey's hey, Ravens are in the top 5 or Ravens are in the top 3, that's not good enough. The Ravens had to know, like 99% sure, 100% sure, guaranteed that they're going to land Trey Hendrickson. If they don't know that, Maxx Crosby is a Raven. But they knew, talking on the back channels, whispering on the phone, texting each other back and forth, the conversation with Trey, they're going to land him. So what do the Ravens, the scumbags, what do the scumbags do? They fail the physical of Maxx Crosby, which they knew going into it when they had a great deal, when they operated in good faith. They knew the risk going on with Maxx Crosby because technically he could fail with every team across the NFL. But that is how this ties here. Ravens are scumbags. Ravens are scumbags here. With it tied it into free agency and Trey Hendrickson. They signed Trey Hendrickson the next morning, like Willie C called it, Detective Willie C. How am I so dialed and locked in? I have a little bit of experience based on a former teammate of mine that I explained to you in a video last night by the fire, sitting by the fire. Ryan Grant, Michael Crabtree in 2018. Ravens signed Ryan Grant, who never missed a game in his career up until that point, and he was healthy. Everybody talking, oh, he had an ankle, oh, he had this. Shut the fuck up. That's great hindsight coaching. They knew everything they needed to know about Ryan Grant. They signed him on day one of free agency. Michael Crabtree gets cut by the Oakland Raiders the next day. What happens the day after that? They fail Ryan Grant's physical, and then they go and sign Michael Crabtree. That is Ravens written all over it. Then you go from Ryan Grant, you get all of this stuff. What does it end up? Willie whiteboard. You get the content, you get the breakdown, but this is what happened. Ravens are scumbags. Collusion, collusion, collusion. They're going to talk about the failed physical. They're going to talk about Maxx Crosby. See, that's not what happened. Trey Hendrickson's market went down. They talked to Trey Hendrickson. They knew they were going to get Trey Hendrickson. Let me go tell the doctor real quick, hey, fail his physical because I want my 2 first-round draft picks back. I don't give a shit about my reputation.
Okay, so that's what Will Compton had to say, and a lot of NFL fans are demanding the league to investigate the Ravens for this whole situation. The fact that the Baltimore Ravens quickly moved on from the Crosby trade and on to Hendrickson just seems so suspicious. People are basically saying that Baltimore lied about Maxx Crosby's medical once they found out that Trey was available for less after his market value dropped. Anyways, with that said, you also have what appears to be a lot of media manipulation because now there are reports coming in that the Baltimore Ravens always wanted both Trey and Maxx from the start. Ravens GM Eric DeCosta basically came out after all the media firestorm and made this statement saying he wanted both players. So with that, what do you guys think about how this whole thing went down?